Hey traders, it's BA here with the daily TNB report for December 26, 2017. Hope everyone had a really nice, enjoyable holiday, Christmas with their families, and hope this week allows you to slow down just a little bit and enjoy some time. So let's get right to the action for today and the rest of the week here. One of the first things I want to show you is bring the website stuff into play here. I've got an area where I'm trying to segregate things off for subscribers, but so what I've done is I've started a members area. It's open to everybody. It's not restricted right now. It will be as soon as I can get my stuff straight here. But I have started populating some things on this page. This is pretty much going to be the how-to section, and it's going to be segregated in a very organized manner. I have loaded some things in, like how to use the service. I have a little video loaded in there that people can refer to just to get my thoughts on how best to use this service. I've already started find my cursor here. Call and put options. I'm going to work on videos primarily just to get everybody up and running, especially folks coming on board that are fairly new to option trading or maybe never traded penny stocks before. We'll start there, and then I'll branch off from that point. So anyway, just wanted to show you this. It's in the works. I've got the format pretty much laid out. I'll keep building things in there as we move forward, and I'm hoping to have a very good library built by the end of March. So that's one thing I wanted to show you there. Next thing was had a lot of response to the blog post that I put out on the. Well, you know what? It's better if it's a lot better if I just pull up the website and do that. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback from the blog post I put out this weekend, which was concerning the next major top in the stock market. Let me get my stuff straight here, guys. There we go. And I just wanted to talk just briefly about it. So next stock market top. A lot of you guys that are listening to this have heard me for over 3 years talk about what we need to see when we get to the next top. So everything's playing out just like we thought it would. One thing that we're missing right now is that final burst up, that huge move where those certain sectors are just on fire. You can't stop them. So I'm hoping we get a little pullback here going into January, February to help us recock, reload, so that we can take advantage of that volatility. But everything is playing out in accordance with the playbook, just like we've been talking about for years and years. So we're going to try and take advantage of that. But I did want you to make sure you understood this this chart here. So this is. You guys have heard me talk about the yield curve and the yield curve flattening and then possibly going inverse. So this is all I did right here is I pulled up a spread between the 10-year and the 2-year treasury rates and then put an SPX chart up overhead so you could see visually what I'm referring to. And I think it's self-explanatory. You just can't really see the magnitude of the drop back in here because it just looks insignificant, but it wasn't insignificant for people living through that pullback right there. So every time this spread gets below that area, it signals a warning sign that something up ahead could potentially fall out. And it's got a pretty good record of alerting us to potential downfalls. Now it's not perfect, guys. It doesn't pinpoint it to the exact day or week, not even the month, but at least it gives people time now that you've seen this to really think about your 401ks whenever this spread gets down here below zero. I would take my chips off the table at that point in time. Good trade if you've been in the market since '09 with your retirement accounts. Nothing wrong with missing the last 10 to 20% up in the market. You might think that that's a sin, it's a tragedy, but when this thing goes 50% down, you're going to be wishing you had all your chips into cash, into a money market fund. So anyway, that's as simple as it gets. As it gets. This is the final thing I'm looking for, short of your neighbor quitting his day job and trading in the stock market, but that'll probably come as well. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on this one time, make sure everybody was tracking there. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's switch over to some. Wanted to show you guys this before we kick in with the news. This is something that has. This is what got me interested in the cannabis crunchers, all of the pot stocks, is this Proposition 64 being passed last year, and California rolling through the 1st of January, in 2018, adults will be able to use marijuana for recreational purposes in California. So, I've been watching, trading pot stocks for a couple of months now. I have some in our portfolio that are performing very well. My plan all along has been to carry those in through the first of the year. I have no idea what kind of pop is going to happen when January rolls around and they unleash the hounds. I have no idea. So I've been trading for long enough to know to not expect anything, but I am going to take a shot. I will be loading up probably on a lot of penny stocks going into Friday. I have some on our watch list for tonight. Again, guys, I'm going to be putting a lot of these in play for myself, but just keep in mind, this is a pure crapshoot. This is speculation at its best. I'm just taking a shot here, thinking that maybe after the first of the year rolls around, maybe pot stocks become the next blockchain stocks. Pot stocks have already had a whale of a run, but if this continues to roll, I don't think we've seen anything yet in the Mary Jane companies that are out there. So anyway, I just wanted to show this to you. Make sure that you know that 1 January, when it rolls around, California will be able to use pot for recreational purposes, and don't know what kind of impact that will have on the cannabis crunching stocks that we have in our portfolio. But I'm rolling the dice with them. All right, let's take a look at some news. First thing up is let's go through any unusual option activity, and I'll tell you guys, I didn't see anything in here before that jumped out at me. Let's just roll through one more time, make sure I didn't miss anything. Amazon rang in its biggest holiday season ever. Hey, Amazon just makes it too easy. I mean, those guys, it's an amazing business model. So, they're the price that they're at right now certainly doesn't surprise me. I mean, they've got everybody whipped hands down. Anyway, I don't see anything in the unusual option activity. We've got a play on right now, FDC, that we took advantage of for unusual option activity. Jury's still out. I think I'm pretty close to break even on it. Put the trade on last Friday, I believe it was. So, all right, so let's go down through here and let's deselect everything. Start from the top. All right, and just check some news events here. We'll hit exclusives first. Let's see if anything jumps out at us for exclusive news reports here. This is all programmed from Benzinga. It's a pretty good source. I don't trade off the news. I do like to use the unusual option activity. I like to use some insider trading activity. The rest of the stuff's just interesting. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at this. Just FYI, weakness in Sears. Sears symbol is SHLD. Is being attributed to chat room chatter that the company may shut down in February. So we'll see. IPWR. Again, guys, this is if a company just mentions that they're associated, somebody that works in blockchain technology breathes in that company right there, that the company just accelerates to the upside. So here's another one, IPWR. Let's see what else. Yeah, nothing else right there. So let's go back and let's deselect here. Let's go back and see what else. Insider trades. See what we have for insiders. Okay, it's all PSEC today. PSEC. Yeah, this isn't a chump trade right here, guys. This is a guy all in on his company. It's a CEO. It says John Barry of PSEC, PSEC, Prospect Capital. He's been purchasing all through December. He's purchased about 4 million, a little over 4 million shares since the 1st of December. So, hey, that's an all-in bet on the guy at the top. So there's something. Pull that one up and take a look at it. I'll put it on a watch list and keep an eye on it. I think it's trading for probably $7 and some change. So pretty interesting. It's interesting when you see guys like that go all in. Yeah, it's there's usually something to it. Market updates. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, Apple took a drubbing today. I have a position in Apple. It looked really good. It looked firm. And then all of a sudden, the bottom came out of it today. It looked like a news-driven event. I didn't check during the day. But it looks like there was a report that cited unidentified supply chain officials said that Apple's sole manufacturer for iPhone X is no longer recruiting new workers to assemble iPhone devices. So they're taking that as demand is down. So Apple took a nice little trip down today. Let's see what else we have. But that's why we're in options, to protect us against something like that. There's only so much we can lose, even if Apple goes to zero. So nothing else big there. So let's go back to the next thing that may be of impact to us. News, rumor. Yeah, let's check rumors. Yeah, I don't really see anything in rumors that other than the Sears thing that we've already talked about. So yeah, I don't really see anything else that might be of impact or interest to us for our trading. So let's deselect that, and I think let's just check the short sellers tab. Nothing for today, guys, in short seller land. So the biggest, most vocal folks out there short selling right now are related to Bitcoin. Those guys are just gobbling up any of the media they can get to when it comes to the Bitcoin. All right, so I think that's it for the news. Let's see what else we have here, guys. Oh yes, some other announcements for the subscribers at TNB Report is we will start start holding webinars. I'm going to try to do those once a week for training. Of course, those should be archived in case you can't watch them when I have the webinar. I'll continue to do videos, training to get everybody up to speed on how to use the service. Guys, I'm very focused in what we're doing. We're not straying across the spectrum. I'm trading one concept, a couple of chart patterns. We're using one entry technique, and we're just using calls and puts, and then of course penny stocks are just buying the stocks. So it's as simple as you can get. I have got a lot of really high hopes for 2018. I think we're going to see some volatility. I think some of the things we've been waiting for have been waiting for the weed stocks to blow up, penny stocks to just mushroom higher. I've been waiting for some energy stocks. I'm talking penny stocks to shoot up as well. So we're going to keep watching blockchain. We will continue to well, everything that I have on the watch list, guys, there's really no change there. So it's going to be status quo for what we've been doing. But I will tell you, I've got a very good feeling about 2018, and I cannot wait to get started. So I think that is I think that's all for the video. Yeah, let me check everything. Yep, that's it. Good. I kept it under 20 minutes too. So anyway, guys, that's a wrap for tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate you guys' support, and we're just going to keep at it, keep being mechanical, keep putting the trades on. The law of large numbers work. Prune our losers, take the big winners. My focus next year is to increase the number of triple-digit gains by a factor of 3. So if you look at how many triple-digit winners I've had over the last 2 months, November, December, since we started tracking and trading all of the recommendations from the daily report, I am bent on increasing those by a factor of 3. So anyway, that's a wrap for tonight. Make sure you read the charts for the write-up, and you guys have a nice trading day tomorrow. I'll update you on anything I do. Have a good night.